Hello and welcome to my review of Nihilumbra. Yes, it's a Steam game, that's why I'm not waving the case around. And I bought it when it was on sale. Shocking, I know. Whatever, you guys all know how poor I am at this point. Let's just start the review. Nihilumbra was released in 2012 for iOS by Beautifun Games. Since then it's made its way onto several platforms including the Wii U and PS Vita. The PC version I'm reviewing was made available through Steam Greenlight. This game is a puzzle platformer. You play as a creature called Born. No, not that Born. Born was created from the Void. What is the Void? I don't know, it kinda looks like the Shadow Realm from Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's basically the embodiment of nothing. I think. So Born escapes the Void and decides to explore the world. Much like Thomas Was Alone, the game's story comes from narration. The game is narrated by, well, I don't really know who the narrator is. He has a voice that sounds a bit creepy, but it seems to fit well with the tone of the game. He spends his time narrating in 3 totally different ways. Sometimes he'll describe how Born is feeling, sometimes he'll give out information on the world and helpful tips, and the rest of the time he just disses the fuck out of you.
You are nothing. Nothing at all. You are not fast enough. You are not strong enough. You are not agile enough.
So I really don't know if he's supposed to be Born's inner thoughts or a voice in his head or what. But according to him, Born isn't out of the woods yet. The Void is chasing you down because the Void has to be won or something.
You left the Void behind, but it is coming to get you.
What does that even mean, dude? Come on. A Void can't come chase my ass down. Oh fuck, it can! Run, bitch, run!
The controls in this game are simple as can be. Arrow keys are WASD to move and jump. It's just beautifully easy to use, isn't it? This is exactly the kind of game I needed after playing Cook Serve Delicious. You start off in the mountains. You run around for a bit until you discover something new. Color. This is where the puzzle aspect comes in. You use various colors to help you solve puzzles throughout the game. You unlock 5 colors in total by going through 5 different locations. Every time you get a new color, you get a short tutorial on how to use it. The colors and their abilities match the environment they're found in, like blue from the mountains creating ice to slide on, or green from the forest allowing you to jump higher. You also get brown to stick to walls, yellow electricity, and burning red. But some of the colors have secondary functions that make some parts a bit more complicated, like red will light bitches up, but it'll also burn you, so you have to be smart about how you use it. You spread the colors around on the ground and walls with the left mouse button, well, except on the surfaces that the Void has infected. You can also remove any colors you've placed by holding the right mouse button. As you go through the game, you'll figure out where to apply these colors to help you keep going. But colors aren't the only things that help you solve puzzles. There's also these gate things scattered around that are opened by switches. Sometimes it's as simple as getting a box to place on the switch, but other times you have to come up with creative solutions to pass by. So that sounds easy enough. What's the catch? Well, the Void wants Born back. Badly. So not only is it chasing after you, but it also sent a few hellish creatures of terror to slow you down. So you have to deal with this shit, and bullshit! Yeah, you really have to think one step ahead in this game. That's not to say that some parts are impossible, but you'll most likely end up dying a few times due to things you couldn't have possibly seen coming. Like laser scorpions.
Absorbing the mysterious cannons.
Haha, bitch can't even catch me.
Their aberrations.
Well, I didn't know he had a fucking laser gun! Like, that would probably be the last thing I would expect ever.
And you really have to think on your feet in the last level of every location, as the Void itself chases you. There are save points though, and the game is pretty fair with their placement in the levels. Not only do they act as save points, they also refill your colors. Yes, there is a limit to how much color you can use, but I never really found myself running out. At first I thought the game was rather short, with my first playthrough lasting less than 3 hours, but I was very much mistaken in thinking this because when you beat the game, you unlock Void Mode. See, while you were running away from the Void, it fucked up every place it chased you through, so now your goal is to rid the world of the Void and return it to normal by going through each location all over again. My first thoughts were that it would be the same levels, but with the Void chasing after you like it does in the last level of each location. Yeah, I wish that's what it was. It's actually much harder than that. There are way more enemies, and it's just a bitch to get through in general. And they made it even harder by adding these flower things that eat your colors, so you can't use certain colors in some areas. It's definitely good for a challenge if you thought the main game was too easy. Oh, and here's another thing. Unlockable content. You know how I was bitching last week about the shit unlockables in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Well, here's how you do it right. Look at this. It's concept art, and it's actually some cool shit. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, the Oompa Loompa album can go fuck itself. Okay, now I'm never gonna mention that again. The weird thing was that as I played this game, I kept seeing similarities to Thomas Was Alone, not from the gameplay, but mostly from the story and design. The main character is born into a blank and empty-looking place, he leaves to go on a journey of some sort, the story is told through narration. As the game goes on, you get new abilities that come from certain colors, and you keep trying to avoid an unstoppable threat. Another thing they have in common is great music. The music in this game is beautiful. It always fits well with the gameplay, and it just sounds awesome. I don't know why I'm making all these comparisons. It's not like I'm trying to say one ripped the other off or anything. I don't think it's possible because they were released 3 days apart in June of 2012. Which is also a weird coincidence now that I think about it. My point is, this is a pretty great game. Let's leave it at that before I start comparing it to any other games. This game actually surprised me. I mean, just starting it, I expected it to be decent, but it's way better than that. Using the colors to help you get through the levels is a lot of fun, and it's satisfying to finish complicated sections by combining good color placement and your reflexes. If you like puzzle platformers, you should definitely buy this game. And even if you don't, you should still give it a try anyway. It's really worth it. And that's all I've got for now. The next few reviews are probably gonna be discounted Steam games. You know how it goes. But I'm still open to suggestions, so leave some in the comments if you like. Whatever I end up playing, the next review will be posted soon. I promise. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.